know. That viral clip about the lady and her kid, her disciplining her kid or abusing her kid.
So, because you guys shared the video with me from Facebook, y'all want to give a breakdown of what happened first?
I don't see. The one thing about videos is you don't never get the full story. So I don't know what the kid was doing. But long story short, the parent got called in. I don't know. Maybe
she pulled him out the cafeteria. It was something about him being disrespectful, disruptive, or something. She gained access to the school, and I guess it started in the cafeteria where she seen him at and pulled him out. And from what I was reading, she had like another kid at that school as well, because CYS ended up going back and taking the kids from the school. But anyway, she pulled them from the cafeteria, and I don't know who her videographer was, because that was the problem right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the problem. Like, why? What made you think to videotape a kid being disciplined? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like he was like 6 or 7. Like, he was not 10.
He was like 6.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was either 6, 7, or 8. And I'm saying 8, but I feel like he was like 6 or 7. I feel like he was like might have been in kindergarten or something or whatever. But like, you know what I'm saying? She grabbed him up, bad a collar. Like, I just felt like she was just, it could have been handled a different way. I don't know. And that's why I asked those questions. Like, I got a few questions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is this a pattern for this kid? Has he done this before? Like, how many phone calls home did he get? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why was she so enraged that she came up to that school and did that to that kid? You know, and she made him apologize, but then she started beating him with a belt. Like calling him nigga, and I'll break your face if I gotta come back.
I am gonna break your face.
Yeah, like, it was just the most. And the teachers, when I was reading about that too, because why didn't they intervene? They stood there. They didn't say nothing. They didn't do nothing.
Well, they probably wrote up after. They probably called out. There's probably definitely a way you gotta handle that. They probably can't step in like that, though.
It is the school. They are mandated reporters. So even if they did call the parent and said that your kid is being up, and the kid came up there and you came up there and jumped on your kid, they are mandated by the state. It's a law, like, for them to report it.
No, they didn't report it?
No, they.
So that happened before.
The Child Protective Services got involved because the video went viral.
Oh, wow.
Not that the school called.
Yeah, I thought they called after they left.
From what I was reading, like, they got involved because that video went viral, not because the school called or whatever. So that's why
I can't blame them, though.
They said they were still investigating as far as, like, the school was concerned, because why didn't you make a report? Like, you know what I'm saying? Has she did this before? Did she come up here and do this before? Like, you know, so
yeah, and listen, I know all about that, because don't you know, when my daughter was in preschool, she sat there and told them teachers that I punched her in the stomach. And so
it's not funny because
I'm doody walking in there, pick up my kid. Hey, so and so, how you doing? Da 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 da. Can we talk to you for a second? I'm like, yeah, but she was like, Miss so and so has something to say to you. So I go over there. She was like, she had this little concerned look on her face. I'm like, what happened? Like, she was like, your daughter said that you punched her in the stomach. And so I looked at her and I looked at the director. I was like, I know I ain't punched my daughter. But guess what? I'm about to punch her right now.
Right. Right.
She was like, I just wanted to let you know, because if she goes to school and says that, then they will report you.
Yes.
So what? They don't got security at that school that they was in, and then I feel like you can't let the mom come in and remove him from the classroom.
Snatch him out the cafeteria.
She should be. The mom should be sitting in the office
up by a shirt.
The mom should be sitting in the office simmering, not enraged.
Like, the whole thing was wrong.
Like, she went and got him like he owed her money or something.
And I seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, that's what he needed." There need to be more parents like that. Kids do need discipline. There needs to be involved parents, but not like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't even talk to your kid like that.
Yeah, because honestly, like, if I hear my daughter's acting up, sometimes I will call her out in front of the teacher and whatever students is there, but I won't be yelling at her.
Not like that.
It won't be full bass. It might be a little treble in the voice, and then you are gonna apologize to her, and then any sort of disciplinary action, whether it's taking something away or whatever I decide to do, we're gonna do that at home.
Right.
Now I will say this.
Ain't over.
Exactly.
Now I will say this. Certain little boys do act a certain way with their mom. So if all that mellow talk, he might say, no, I ain't apologize. So you can't.
He looked terrified.
I mean, at that point, because he done got already 20 lashes before he even got to the teacher.
Yes.
But sometimes the mom do got to be aggressive with little boys.
So that's why I asked those questions. What's his history? Like, is he a troubled kid? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not that it made it any better, but I would understand a little bit more why she did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't call me 16 times this week for this boy being disrespectful in class. I'm going up there, I'm gonna whoop his ass as soon as I get up there. But I'm not mom. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I probably wouldn't have did it in front of them.
But we say we gonna go to the school and whoop their ass, but we ain't going up to the school and whoop their ass. Like, you get your ass whooped when you get home. Like, you know what I mean?
She was beating him like they was running a heroin operation, and she almost got
the main I think
that was
like he's like, dude, I had these teachers calling me.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, dang, what's going on at home to where they don't want nobody know what's going on?
Like, I had a problem with the video from beginning to end, from the way she snatched him up. Like, the way she was talking to him just made me cringe. Then you hitting him with a belt or whatever it is that she was hitting it.
She had it around her neck, girl.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if it was her belt or her keys.
She probably was like...
like a leash? I don't know. It was something.
I thought it was a belt.
I thought it was a belt, maybe.
I think she was like this to her homegirl. Girl, tape all of this.
Which was
idiotic. For what?
We got to teach him a lesson.
So do you think...
So you can post it to Facebook?
Public humiliation of your 6-year-old kid?
Yep.
But I mean, to a degree, I just explained to you that's kind of like what I did. You know what I mean? With saying something to her in front of the teacher in the class about her behavior. Like, that's embarrassing.
Maybe she needed to be embarrassed a little bit so she could change her
behavior. Sometimes
they
gotta be humble.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not...
Because my thing is, if you're going to act up in front of this class, you can get talked to discipline in front of everybody to let everybody know we don't go for this. And this is not how you're supposed to be behave.
I'm all for each his own when it comes to parenting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody is different. You can't tell nobody, you know what I'm saying, what to do or how to do with their kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at some point, you have to be like, okay, if this kid is continuously acting up or whatever, and you have to go to these certain extents to even reel your kid back in, what's the problem? Like, there's something else wrong. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is he being disrespectful in school? Why is he acting out in school?
Well, you can see it's a trickle-down effect. Just the way she talking.
Look at her.
He's probably sitting there talking to the other kids like that. Like, or the teachers like that.
Well, my Facebook, she's my friend, but she pointed out that he had on high water. So we put the scenario together, like he probably was getting picked on in school because he had on high water. The teachers ain't do nothing about it. He lashed out. Typical 6-year-old. Typical 7-year-old. Like, you ain't gonna keep talking, like, you know what I'm saying? He's messing with me. He go sit down. Go sit down. I don't quit being a tattletale. You know that happens in school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So maybe he was just
I ain't gonna give him all that though, because there's some bad kids out there.
Absolutely.
There is, and you know what too? I try, like, when it comes to, like, if my daughter's getting ready to go to school and she got on some pants and they too tight or they a little, I'm like, take them off. But then he might not have that option.
Or mom might not care. Boy, you gonna wear these pants?
Yeah. Or that's all they got to wear. Like, you know what I'm saying? They that might be it. But kids are cruel. Kids are cruel. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They say what they thinking.
Yes. Yeah. I just think that she could have handled it a different way.
All around.
Being and his age was very sensitive to me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because just because she beat him down like that or did the little public humiliation with him like that doesn't mean that he's going to change his behavior.
It might get worse now. Now he's viral.
And then the way she was talking to him, the way she was talking to him made me feel like
he's going to be like, you a little bitch. Boy, your mom said she's going to break her face.
Yes, boy, you ain't do nothing.
Boy, go in the house where your mom break your face. Little boys is gonna be talking to him. Sick.
Yes.
And the way she was talking to him made me feel like, okay, you probably talk really crazy to your kids regularly. Like,
yeah, definitely. But she was talking sick to the teacher, like,
Man.
but it was like trying to be nice, but she still.
And they was just standing there
Did
like,
she tell her to have a nice day?
like not one of them said, "Okay, ma'am." Like if
it seemed like the little white girl teacher
that,
was trying to be
she
cool.
Was just standing there.
Man,
like,
they probably was scared that they was gonna get hit with that fucking belt.
No, but even the way when she was talking to her when she first came in, I thought they was about to fight. So, okay, y'all, all right. The white teachers is like,
yes,
but they know they should have let that girl go into that lunchroom. She had too much
talk
rage.
about traumatic. They might have been traumatized too, just watching it.
But sometimes it's good.
I felt a way watching it on video.
Sometimes though, sometimes parents do need a timeout, especially ones that think like she think. So it's good the social services stepped in. Maybe she could get a little timeout and go to some type of therapy, because she got anger issues that ain't that's separated from those kids.
right?
Yeah, and if you got anger like going on from different stresses, maybe financial or whatever else is going on in your life, those things could come to the surface and come out. Oh, your kid's acting up at school, so now I'm already stressed out from this over here. Yeah,
You getting all of this?
Yeah, because it could be the bad day. That could have been the straw that broke the camel's back.
So the very same day I watched that video, hours later, I watched another video that one of my Facebook friends had shared. It looked like a teenage high school boy punching a teacher in the face.
It wasn't a boy. It was a girl.
It was a girl that looked like a boy.
Yeah, that was so jive because the teacher's an older black lady, and she had her back turned. Everything.
So
I was messed up.
So I was reading the comments, and people was like, "Okay, so maybe if her mom would have came up and did that to her in school, maybe she wouldn't have punched that teacher." But I don't necessarily agree with that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The two things can be wrong.
You know,
just because one thing's wrong don't mean the
I'm telling y'all right now, if I find out my daughter punched a teacher in the face, it's gonna take everything in me not to punch her in the face soon.
And the teacher still held her cool.
Yes.
Now, did you see the other one?
I don't know.
Which
when
one?
The teacher got fired because the teacher beat that dude up.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
I would love to see that because I made a comment like if that was my teacher, that would have been my last day at work and probably his last day on earth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the girl, it looked like a boy, but yeah,
it was like
and
a stud.
I hate when, and at that age, it's your kid is probably too far gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like her behavior, like you punched a teacher. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then bounced
you've
off
been acting out. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, you've been like acting out. So at that point, you have to discipline, and all of that stuff is totally different.
But I'm looking like, man, you punching a teacher? Oh, we gonna
No, but the one kid tried to punch the substitute teacher. He was talking sick to the lady substitute teacher. She said, "I ain't the one." The white lady, boy, she went in on dude after he hit it. But she got fired. She definitely
it's a thin line, and I hate when parents think or say that their kid ain't do this, my kid ain't do that. And your kid is disrespectful at home. So how do you think that they're going to act outside?
And you know what? I'm telling you,
anywhere else.
But I've said this before. My daughter isn't disrespectful at home, but I have seen her get brand new
outside. Yes.
When they said you did something, in my mind, I'm thinking, it's
did.
Likely that you did do that.
Yeah. Yes. So that it was just a lot of people was just saying that's what he get, that's what he needed. If it was math, I would have did the same thing.
That was heartbreaking.
We got beat as kids. A good ass kicking ain't never hurt
nobody.
But
you do it at home. Like, you don't do that like that. And then there's a way you do it. There's a way you discipline your kids, and you don't do it when you're angry like that.
Yeah,
I remember.
You know what? I remember getting beat as a kid. And that's the reason why my parenting style is the way it is now, because I didn't really feel like that type of disciplinary action was necessary. Like I felt like it was a
right, and it don't necessarily.
It was too much.
Yeah.
So like I was like, well, I got to parent a different way because I didn't really feel like.
And the only thing a beating.
It was excessive.
The only thing a beating taught me to do was to whatever I was doing wrong, I needed to have it better because I ain't want to get my ass beat. And I knew that what I was doing, I was going to get my ass beat, so I needed to have that better. So she didn't find out. So I didn't get caught. So I wouldn't get my ass beat. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing.
Do better next time.
That's the only thing a beating did for me, and that's just me. Like, you know what I mean. So,
but you know what? I feel like. Do you think because you are closer in age to our older brother, mm-hmm. and I feel like he had that same mentality. Like, mm-hmm. no, this beating ain't gonna do nothing. I'ma just
do it again and try to be better. I'm gonna be better at not getting caught.
I don't know. See, but I just think it's the nurture that stopped me from doing what I do. I don't think it's me being disciplined as far as like getting beat, but just like knowing what's right and what's wrong. Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times people don't grow up with the right parents, so the parents is doing wrong, so the kid don't know what's right, wrong for me.
I mean, according to me, I was a good kid. According to me,
yeah. I mean, I thought I was a good kid. I was sneaky. I did a lot of. I was the oldest of my mom's kids, so I did a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was, like I said, I was real sneaky because my mom would whip my ass. My mom did walk around the Palisades with a belt, looking for me, like if I wasn't in at curfew. Or I remember one time I didn't come home from school, like, and I was just hanging out. I might have been like in the 3rd grade or something.
Whoa. 3rd.
I was hanging out with my friends.
Oh my goodness!
And back then, you know,
let Muffin not come home. What?
So, like, I didn't come home from school. I still had my book bag. I never forget it. And like, I heard her calling me, and by this time, the lights was on, like the street lights was on. Like, I was.
Oh yeah, because so now you're already getting beaten off top, so you might as well just.
I never forget. I seen my mom standing at the stop sign with her hand on her hip, with the belt in her hand, as I'm walking from my friend. Like, me and my friend was like walking, and she was like, "Ooh," she was like, "I'm scared too." I was like, "She probably gonna beat both of us." Like, she probably gonna beat both of us. When I seen her standing there at that stop sign with that belt, I just took off running. Like, you are not gonna beat me out here. Like, you gonna have to beat me at home because I ran home. Had I stopped at that stop sign,
you would have got an ass
right at the stop sign. Like, you know what I'm saying? But my ass. I know I'm getting a beating. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have to catch me, or when, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait till we get home. Like,
so
you're not gonna beat me up.
He should have just ran.
I mean, he should have.
Because I wanted
like,
to
you know what I'm saying?
To get anywhere.
And let me tell you, like, I had 5 children, and each one of them was different. But my middle child, there's 2 before her and there's 2 after her. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think that the middle child syndrome was an issue. Like, it was a real thing, but it really is a real thing. And I didn't learn that until her. Like, you know what I'm saying? She did everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? The skip, like, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she was always getting her ass beat. She was all, like, you know what I'm saying? If you asked her this day to this, what made you stop? Because it was like to the point where we took the door off. We took we would take her cell phone. She would steal it back. Mm-hmm. Like, how you gonna steal it back? Like, you know what I'm saying? But what changed her? She said, according to her, she was just like, I was just tired of getting my stuff took. I was just tired of getting my cell phone took, and I was just tired of not being able to go out after school. She was like, I just wanted to hang out with my friends. Mm-hmm. So her behavior changed, and it was just that simple. Like, you're going to get your ass beat. Like, would you doing this, that, and the third. Like, you're getting your ass beat. I'm talking about from, like, stealing. I'm getting calls from the mall. I got to go pick her up with the pole. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, she was doing
the most.
The most.
Yes.
I'm in the car, like, but she just said, like, she didn't care about the beatings. Mm-hmm. She didn't care. But she said she was tired of getting her stuff took. She was tired of getting her, and that's when, like, cell phones was like a thing. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she was tired of getting her cell phone took, and she was mad that she didn't have her TV in her room. So she just started to gradually act right. Mm-hmm. Because it was to a point, like, we would take her stuff. So she'd go in her room and change her room around. Like, it just didn't faze her. Like, she was just like, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? After each kid is different. Like, just because you beat them or publicly humiliate them, like, it doesn't mean that they're going to stop or, you know, go walk a straight and narrow or, like, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So,
the whole video was just like, and y'all know, like, when I was younger, I used to use the N-word, but I made a conscious decision to stop using it. But I don't really, like, judge nobody either way if they continue to use it. But I do have a problem with people calling their children that, like, or just cussing at your kids. Like, it's just,
I mean, I cuss my kids out.
You be cussing your kids out? It's like, no, you got
I'm so not mannered. Yeah,
I will cuss my kids out.
I use nigga a lot, but I don't even call kids that. I call kids by their name.
Yeah.
I'm still young enough to where I can remember kids' names. So.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I only had to discipline my son one time.
And you know what, too? My daughter, I do got to put this in context, because my daughter is still only 7. She's not a teenager, because I know how I was as a teenager.
Right.
I was a B. You know what I mean? So we haven't gotten there yet. There may be a time where I might.
My daughter is like a little angry.
Feel like you need to say that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have girls. It may have slipped out once or twice before. I don't know.
Because 15, 16, 17, that age.
My daughter's smart too, so I know when she get older, she gonna be thinking she know it all. You ain't gonna be able to tell her anything. I just hope.
But she's so sweet.
I have a grown son. I've called him nigga in his grown age, but I can't recall him being 6. Yeah. Or even Kanye like being 6, and I'm like saying.
But
that,
maybe if I was
like,
ready to fight him, I would.
You know what I mean? But in rage, you
would. But I never had that rage to what I had.
None of my kids. I wasn't never ever ready to fight myself.
Yeah, she looked like she really wanted to fear one with him.
She stooped down, like it was ridiculous.
She went down to his height, like,
and he didn't like even try to do anything back to her. Like, I could see if he was like, get off of me. Like, he was just like out of control.
Like this happens a lot.
Yeah, like he just looked at horrified. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just
not
looked
in
at
public.
stuff. So, yeah. I just
and then Chick got the camera.
All over it. Who was that? Who was the video person?
Why do we feel like everything is for public consumption?
So everybody can have an opinion when it don't even matter, you know, to whatever the situation. Just like, you know, we got an opinion about it, but it don't even matter to that situation. Like,
you know what's the crazy thing about this, though? That girl might end up messing around and making some money off of this.
What?
That thing is viral. I
mean, she's in jail right now.
Not her. I'm talking about the one who taping it.
Oh.
Whoever's feed that came in on.
Well, maybe they should get charged for
want to monetize it.
Yeah. Top child. It looked like it was a kid. Like,
but, you know, they might not because of the content.
Yeah, it was a kid getting beat with a belt.
Yeah.
No. Do that matter? Because Facebook would take it down if they
did take the video down.
I know that.
They took the video down.
Don't YouTube not monetize even if you cussing? Like,
I don't know what YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
So that happened this week with that mom.